Good morning, good morning. Before I start, I would really want to thank Irina and her team. This is truly meaningful. It's my second time of innoCos, and I truly feel engaged with all your journeys, stories, the way we share our perspectives, external, internal, tactical, strategic, academic. And also it's fun. So thank you all for sharing. I think I took lots of notes and lots of insights for me and my team back home. Together we only get stronger, because at the end, working in this industry, it's a bless. We were talking yesterday at lunch that being in beauty and talking about innovation, who could ask for a better job in the world, for God's sake? I'm happy HR is not in the room, because they will consider it's not necessary to increase my salary. I'm Avon. I'm for 16 years in this company, and I truly love it. For me, this company, and not only for me, it's not just a beauty company. It's really a global movement that connects women for a higher purpose. We are a direct selling company. Next year, we will be 130 years. With such a heritage, we feel the responsibility to build a strategy to continue for another 100 years. Now, of course, you would assume that being 130 years old, someone would know its identity pretty well, right? The truth is, as market is changing, people are changing, we go through continuous, really continuous exploration of understanding who we are. Are we a brand or a channel? And in the latest years, I have to tell you, this exploration took us to some extremes, some very costly. First we said, no, we are a brand. Direct selling is obsolete. People don't buy from another person any longer. Retail is developing, online it's developing. So direct selling makes no sense any longer. Others said, no, it is about direct sales because consumer wants personal service. They really want to get this customized shopping experience. Forget about the brand. Let's put everything into the channel. So we got to explore it that much that in one of our campaigns, and we have every 3 weeks or 4 weeks another brochure, we had a screwdriver on a front cover, assuming that the Father's Day would give us the right to do so. Did we do well? I would say no. So with this exploration, we understood that the dilemma is not a brand on a channel. That is, there is a new emergent channel out there that you all kind of explored in your own presentation, and this is social shopping. You said, internet is cold. How can we make it warm? How the personal recommendation comes into the play to create a unique shopping experience. That's social shopping. And we try now to emerge our own conventional, traditional direct selling into the social shopping. If it is to describe it in few words, I would say it's truly the most personalized way to shop nowadays with the convenience of being serviced wherever you are. But with no further ado, I would like you to see in few images who we are. Let's see if that works. Yes.
Who is the company that puts mascara on lashes and food on tables, that fights wrinkles with one hand and breast cancer with the other, that speaks out against domestic violence and for women's financial independence, that supports 6 million representatives around the world? Who is the company? Avon. For over 125 years, Avon has stood for beauty, innovation, optimism, and above all, for women.
So this is where we understood that channel and brand are multipliers one to another. That it's not about our identity, it's about how we reach our consumers, where they are, and with their current social habits. Moreover, we also understood that just using global celebrities would not help us bond emotionally with our consumers, because at the end, Nowadays, we really look for relevancy. We look for something that really fits me, and you said it yesterday. So we turned into using our own models, our own representatives, and shoot them and show with their transformation what our makeup and skincare can do. We wanted to reflect the spirit of Avon using our own representatives. Our models became our role models. We understood that we are the company for women, and we have alienated our strategy, our own consumers by creating a strategy that said something else. Right now, we refocused on our consumers and representatives. We say, when you buy from Avon a lipstick, you do not just created an opportunity to be beautiful and smile with confidence. You also helped a hardworking woman. That's the power of our business model around the world. We have more than 100 countries in our portfolio, and I have really the fabulous job of empowering women in Africa. And you cannot imagine how wonderful it is to understand that I not only represent a beautiful industry, but also with everything we do, with every lipstick we sell, a woman gains access to financial stream, to education, confidence, and dignity. That's our business model. It's a beauty for a purpose. We understand that women are at the heart of everything we do, and everything we build around our social causes, our product portfolio, our business model, it's all about empowering women. Business model, it's simple. Buy the products you love, and by the way, when you meet your friends, from the brochure, from your mobile or online, share the products with your friends. That's it, and nothing else. Beauty consumers, what do they get? They have access to breakthrough innovation. There is no compromise here, but they also get a personal service from somebody who truly knows them. I need no segmented analysis of my consumers. Of course, we do have all that, but we have real-time information about their preferences. We do know about them that what any engine of CRM would know. We know when they are in love. We know when their daughter got married. We know when they have a tough interview, just because our representatives are their close friends. So they would know how to replenish their beauty set. They would know what to recommend to them, and they build a relationship of trust. And above all, as I just said, is the purpose. Women connect one with another. I don't want to call it really a sisterhood, but it's a movement. They really help each other. When we meet each other in sales meetings, we don't talk about the technical attributes of our product or the impact of certain anti-aging skincare. We talk about love, we talk about life, we talk about connections. And beauty and the transaction as such comes as a consequence of connection, and not vice versa. We don't connect after transaction. However, we are a beauty company. Therefore, we truly need to understand the consumer profile. And we've seen that the consumer profile is really changing very fast in the last years. It's not any longer about, and I said this about in my last innoCos presentation, the series of P's, you remember, price, praise, promotion, I don't know how many P's were there. It's still fundamental, not enough any longer. It's all about instant gratification, what's in it for me now, because life is short. It's amazing how we all became aware all of a sudden that life is extremely short. It's all about personalization, emotional bonding with the brand, social impact of the brand I'm buying, and convenience, time. Time became our biggest enemy and biggest asset. I want a product serviced at my convenience, where I work, where I live, least hassle as possible, and being served in a way that it fully fits my needs. And moreover, use it, and if I don't like it, being able to send it with the same service convenience, send it back. Also, we see that TV advertising, and you see from all the big players the way they do remix their media plans, TV is not having the same impact. Because, again, the consumer profile changed in a way that they are much more keen to listen somebody they trust. That's why bloggers gain traction. That's why in social media, in Facebook and other social networks, you see people asking each other about the brands they acquire. They ask advice, I need to buy a washing machine. What would you recommend? Which one has the fastest cycle? And so on. They do talk about our brands extensively. And personal recommendation and customer satisfaction became key drivers of our sustainability. Women needs are changing, so you all talked about change. If it was one word I heard in every presentation yesterday and today, was the word change. And indeed, we are living in a really crazy world, and it's not the biggest who are going to win the game. It's really the most agile, the fastest, and those who truly understand the emotional connection with the consumers. We say, give a woman the right lipstick and she can conquer the world. Whenever a woman puts a lipstick on, she feels confident, she feels powerful. And we also say, give a woman the right tools and she can truly feel empowered and connect with other women with their success. And here we talk about the mobile. We are in a modern world. Women nowadays, they are not like 130 years ago being at home, waiting for somebody to knock at their door with a basket of products. Women are working, they are all the time on the run, they are multitasking, they are at all time accessing their information from their devices. So we do have to be where they are, at the distance of a click. What we've done? Social shopping. Remember I said internet, e-tail is too cold. Retail, we said it's not our place yet to play. Direct selling is not necessarily in its conventional form the most compelling choice for women nowadays. Social shopping, what we've done, we've created a platform that enabled all our representatives to customize their own store while keeping the brand equity. So we have right now almost, we'd say, 6 million stores out there where customers join, personal customer representative join. They have their own private chat groups or public ones. And they are seeing what their own representative, their own friend want them to see from our entire portfolio. So they became like social circles around the world. This increases the penetration and the presence in a digital, and many of the countries we are #1 in a digital space just because of this proliferation and the ability of really expand the presence of our stores in their own social networks. What happens when consumers are coming out of channel directly in the online world without having an offline already encounter with a representative? The beauty is they are not only having instant access to all our products, but they can also choose their personal shopper. They don't want their products, assuming it to be delivered by the courier man, although in the movies they say it could be tempting. They can choose, as per social profiles, a representative as their preference, which means I can choose somebody to serve me while I'm at work. Then I just select the geographical area and I see the profiles of all representatives serving that very street. And then I look at their profiles and each one of them is pitching. Each one of them says, you know, if you pick me to be your representative, I also give you a gift for each and every purchase. So they do their own merchandising. It's amazing. Or I give makeup for free. Or I'm a great skincare consultant. They call out their expertise, they gratify the consumer with their own layer of personal service on top of everything we offer. So then I select, or maybe I'm just looking for a good-looking one. I'm just looking at their photos, and I'm selecting the representative I would like to serve me. And from that moment, I have my own beautician, at home, at work, at location service, overnight delivery of a large range of beauty products. Mobile, getting all this experience mobile, it's key. Because that creates an own connection at all times with our consumers. So what we've done, we have one side, the conventional product by categories selection in the site, but our people wanted to see the story. Because in our brochures, we don't just list the products. Yes, we have a very exciting way to really take customers every 3-4 weeks into the story of what beauty means in this very specific season, with a very specific merchandise, very specific promotions, and with a story that it's really making them flip through brochure with a very rich editorial content, very rich information about how would they look like if they try a product or another. So they wanted this story in a mobile format, and we've created this M brochure where they flip easily through pages, they see videos, and they can immediately, with just a click, order the product, and it's going to be delivered to them. It's a really seamless, fast, easy process to connect with the Avon beauty world. Representatives as well, we have 6 million of them. They manage customers. We had to create tools for them to enable them to really track their orders, see their sales, give them the incentives and the encouragement to continue and go to the next customer, enlarge their base, be better, encourage them to build up a career in Avon and recruit their own representatives. So we created for them a suite of apps and widgets and applications altogether to help them manage their business. And one of our attempts I'm going to show you now was how to transfer the bi-dimensional world in a way that creates a 3-dimensional experience. And we are now also working with, exploring with Modiface the opportunity to bring this to the next level.
You make it beautiful.
This is just to create, and every campaign we have another augmented reality application to help people gamify the relationship with the customers, because it's also about entertaining. We say it's about emotional bonding, but people are already stressed by our really very hectic life. Therefore, any brand that brings a little bit of gamification and relationship with the customers is also the one who wins. So with these applications, we try to create just that. When our ladies gather together, it's so simple. They just take their mobile app, and they do play with the brand. And it's instant just to place the order. Most important thing of all, and this is what keeps me engaged for 16 years, and that's why I'm loving it. As I told you, this is not really just a beauty brand. We have donated globally almost $1 billion for the breast cancer cause. And the reality of our impact, it's really to be met every day. I've been in South Africa recently into a sales meeting, and in that sales meeting, a lady told me that till a year ago, I know it will sound a little bit like this, movies of before and after, but that's the reality. And she said that she would sell tomato in the market with this basket on top of her head. because brother, sister died, and she would raise their children, all of them in this underground shelter. The one you dig, yes, in the soil. And then somebody talked to her about Avon. She couldn't even imagine she would work with Avon because she didn't know to whom to sell, because all her surroundings were really, really very poor. And somebody really took to her, the first to be around, just to see what it is. She started with a product, 2 products, 3 products to start sharing. Right now, this lady, I wouldn't say she's rich. That the story wouldn't make it credible. Definitely she's not rich, but all her kids are in school. She's out of that underground shelter, and she's really having a decent living. The way she says the story, it's really heartbreaking, and tells a lot about what we do with our brands, all together with your brands, whenever we think about the social impact. Because at the end, we are professionals, there are brilliant minds in this room and in our industry. Wouldn't it be amazing if we use equally the same creativity in making a better world? In Turkey, that's an example that I really, really love. We've created this app. It's called the Pink app. And we encourage all women to download it and walk. They would know that by walking or running, they're not only going to improve their own health, which you know it's a really very good prevention against breast cancer, being active, but also for every kilometer they do, and they post on Facebook, we do donate 1 Turkish lira. So we have thousands of women who downloaded an app, and they engaged in this cause. 1 Turkish lira is $50. They are really, really in this moment, I would say, that I haven't seen so much engagement with the brand, and it's one of our most meaningful applications we've created.
Can I ask a question? So it's whenever they walk, or is it a special occasion?
It's not like a pedometer that will be launched all the time, but it's an application which means, you know what, I want to measure all my walk today, or I'm having a specific run, or I just go for...
Correlating with like a chicken walk and run or something. It's whenever they do something.
You do just say, okay, start, measure me, and from the moment that we do measure, where they share, it's not here. They are going to share the track they had, like it's a normal or any other app. The only difference is that it's shared with their friends. They say, walk with me, together we save lives. That's it. They do something good for themselves first, so they don't just donate for somebody else, and we donate on their behalf for every kilometer they walk or run. The other one we've created in alliance with Vodafone, and this is really cool because domestic violence is truly one of our biggest enemies when it comes to women empowerment globally. You cannot offer her access to financial stream and beauty and a nice lipstick to improve her smile if she loses her dignity and she doesn't feel safe and she cannot raise her children in a normal environment. So domestic violence, it's a disease, really. And globally, we fight against it with legislators, with awareness campaigns, with building shelters, support groups for women that are subject to this situation. With Vodafone, we've created an app. This is a very simple app. Once it is downloaded, if a woman feels threatened or in danger, all she needs to do is to shake it. Not to call somebody, not to look for some number. Many of the times we've realized that when they are subject to domestic violence abuse, they do not actually have the time to go and search for a number and call their sister, as an example. Once the phone is shaken, once the phone is shaken, an automatic message, text message, goes to, as per setting, police, sister, friends. It has a preset set of numbers there. With her exact location, it has a GPS incorporated, so it would say, really, help me, with a clear location of where she is. And with that, we have already, from its launch, we have already only in Turkey 47,000 downloads, which says a lot about the situation we are dealing with. Avon truly empowers women. And I know you do the same. And together as an industry, let's work together not only for their outer beauty, but for their sense of confidence, for their well-being. So all together we give a hope for the next generations because they are the moms. If they are, we have a saying, if mom is happy, everyone is happy. So together, let's make them happy. Thank you very much.
Another great presentation. Do we have questions for Angela from Avon? Yes.
Two questions for you, Angela. What percentage of your longtime agents and advocates embrace this new technology? And I'm meaning agents and advocates of Avon that were around before this technology existed. Can you give us a percentage?
Now, globally, it's 96%. 96 that would place their order online, get their information, be engaged online. Before, a few years ago, I was one of the people in charge to really transform this digitally the entire corporation. It was quite a journey. But right now, it's close to 100% in our part, in EMEA, and you would not be surprised, Africa, Middle East, 100% online. They are the fastest adopters. The ones that lag behind, Americans.
Well, I think you just answered my next question. My next question was emerging markets versus your existing
Emerging markets are the fastest adopters. Really keen to explore, keen to see. Much younger generation. Avon has a different position in emerging markets than in more established, mature markets. We have very young population of sales force, consumers, so they do drive the change.
Confirm my suspicion. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Another question? Please. Mobile apps.
We are a lot. We have a lot of offer in terms of mobile apps, and it's difficult to, let's say, emerge. So how do you, let's say, advertise your mobile apps when you are launching
For
one?
customers, you mean?
Yeah, sure.
We've changed also our media plan, like L'Oreal did, P&G did. We changed our media plan, and now massive investment goes into digital to generate traffic on one side, and then it happens in an offline world in the direct relationship representative with customer. And I would say that the one in offline world is much faster than the one we spend against significant budgets in the online world. Because right there, you are right, things are maybe not that personal, so they don't have a sense of urgency. Maybe they can try out, play a little bit without it, but they will come again. Moreover, the space is crowded. Everyone is coming in with a new app every day. But in the offline world, once they get the endorsement, there is this strong emotional affiliation to the brand, so they try out and stay with it. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, all of you. Thank you.